Some of my clients, due to the COVID-19, are suffering from financial stress. I myself have been affected by COVID-19. How do I coach my clients who still have the want to continue the weight loss journey, but enduring such tough times? I don't want to underplay financial burden, not being able to pay your rent or your mortgage or your standard bills. But there is only really one thing that I tell my clients. If you are already going through a lot of problems, what you don't want to do is add extra problems to problems that you can't control. There are two types of problems. One that you have full control over, and the one that you don't have any control over. So COVID-19 would be one of those that I'll be telling my clients, this is unforeseen. No one knew this was going to happen. No one's prepared for it. The whole world is basically shut down. It's not your fault. There's nothing you could have done to prevent what's happening. Whether you're unable to pay your bills, your mortgage, you're worried about your home, these things you can't control. But what you can control, and I really stress this with all my clients, is don't stack up another problem that you can control on top of problems that you can't control, because it just becomes too overwhelming. Life becomes too hard. At this stage, there's nothing going on good for you. There's nothing that you're winning. So going to your diet, if you already started to lose weight and you promise yourself and you signed the contract in your mind that this is what you're gonna do, don't stop that, because by you stopping that, you're gonna do the exact opposite. You're gonna now run to food. You're gonna run for comfort, whatever it is gonna be, chocolates, donuts, but you are going to overdo the food. If you haven't done a proper weight loss journey where you actually started to change your bad relationship with food, and you haven't made that change yet, all what's going to happen is that you're going to go the other way around and you're going to put on stacks of weight, because now nothing is going for you and all you can think of is making yourself feel better using food. The other option is to say to yourself, well, okay, I am suffering a lot because of COVID-19, and at the moment I've lost my job. There's nothing I can do about it. In the next few months, who knows what's going to happen. My biggest advice is don't complicate your life even more by running to food and gaining weight. And if you're the type who has been suffering from weight gain for a long time, and you've already developed some sort of, say, depression, but a bitter taste in your mouth from failure all the time, all this is going to do is make you feel worse physically and emotionally. It almost feels like there's nothing now that you are in control of. At least try to separate what you can control and what you can't control, and give 100% to the things that you can control, and for now, just like the rest of the world, let go of the things you can't control. Now, how do you do this? I was just in a consultation with one of my clients yesterday, and I said to her that you need to find, I know it's very hard to do now, but at least create it in your mind. Create something that is now more painful to you than what's happening in your life. If you can find something that is more painful than what's happening to you right now, you'll find that whenever you think about food, it's going to hurt you more. If staying home and being depressed and worrying about finances is already bad enough, you gaining weight and being more depressed about the way you look, it's just going to make your life more miserable. So pick something in your past, in your present, pick something in your body that you absolutely hate, and make that the worst thing in your life, and make COVID-19 second. So you always have that deficit. And whenever you want to go for food, for comfort, always remember that if I do gain weight, this is going to feel worse than the situation I'm in. Because the situation you're in now is static. But you go into food, it's not going to be static in a week or two. when you go back to your normal habits, and on top of that you're being depressed and upset and frustrated, it's going to double. So don't let your weight problem that you suffered all these years be another problem on top of what you've already got, because your life will seem almost impossible. I hope I haven't downplayed the reality of what we're in, because like I said, as myself, I am suffering the financial burden of what COVID-19's done, but in the same time I haven't gone and resorted to food to try to make myself feel better. If I did, I know what I'm going to look like in a couple of weeks or months, and that's just going to make me feel more depressed on the situation that I'm in at the moment. So make sure you're differentiating between what you can control and what you can't control, and don't add what you can control on top of what you can't control, because it becomes devastating. Maybe apply that to anything else in life, not just particularly weight loss. If you've got any other issues on top of the COVID-19 issue, don't stack them up, because it will become impossible and you will get really, really debilitated.